What's going on, yo? We back on another vid. It's the Uppercut Pod, y'all. How
Yes,
you doing,
sir.
man? What's up, my boy?
Yes, sir. It's Uppercut Pod, man.
We
We
ain't,
back.
we ain't
Back with
talking a
another
minute
video.
either. We both was running our little movies this past weekend.
Yeah,
I
it's
seen
been a
you was a
long
little
week.
tore up.
Yeah, bro. We went up for my boy birthday, man. Shout out
Yeah,
my man Jet. Had went to a little lounge, turned that John up. You know how the guys get, man. Feel me?
yeah,
It's
I
always a
seen
great
this.
time.
Y'all man was too active. I was active too. We were trying to hop on here. We were just too active, y'all. So
A
we gonna
lot
drop some
going
heat for
on,
y'all this
yeah.
week. We gonna drop some heat for y'all this week though, just because of that.
Yes,
You feel me?
sir. Talk to
Uh,
us about your trip a little
I about
bit.
to say, I was out Rome, y'all. Got to see beautiful water. I went on a little
Mm-hmm.
boat, wine tasting, ate a whole bunch of pasta. What else
What
I
was your
do?
favorite wine?
Uh, I forgot what it was called, but it was some red Italian wine. It was like from the
Mm,
1900s or something like that. That joint was tough. I ain't gonna lie. Like, if y'all ever go to Europe, yo, y'all gotta drink the wine out Europe. It's not the same as like American wine. It's not the same. Feel me? If
okay.
y'all ever go out there,
Okay.
make sure I do that, and make sure I eat pasta too. They
Pasta
pasta,
was crazy. Okay.
telling you, bro. If you like pasta, bro, telling you, bro, Italy got some good pasta. But when I was out Rome, we had an interesting week of boxing. We had the Ring 3 card. That's what I want to talk about
Mm-hmm.
today. So we just gonna start from the undercard. We're gonna work our way up because
Yep.
it was a lot going on this week. This was the best ring to me so far.
Yeah.
To me, this was the best ring
This
so far.
this was we'll debate it another day, but I feel like this is one of the best fight cards of the year. Like real spill.
So
In
far,
terms of four fights being good, yeah,
for sure.
yeah, for sure.
For sure. So in the first fight of the undercard, we had Imam Katev versus David Morrell. And not gonna lie, I didn't really know too much about Katev, but
Kataya,
Katayev. But bro, he could crack. He got a little crack in his punch. He dropped Morrell, I think, in four
uh,
or five.
4 or 5, 4 or 5.
One of those. And I'm not
I
gonna
think it was
lie.
5.
I thought this was gonna be like a one-sided fight. Not gonna lie, because David Morrell, I believe David Morrell is gonna be a world champion one day, you know.
I
So
do too.
so
I do
I
too.
so I just thought it was gonna be cake. I didn't really know too much about the bull, but whoever that bull was, he can crack. He knows how to fight. He can crack. He dropped Morrell. Very close contested fight, but I still think Morrell edged enough. He closed well, so I think he did enough to win that fight. You think he won that
Yeah,
fight?
Katayev put on a great performance. A lot of people are disputing or arguing that he even should have got the nod. I think if the fight ended after the first 6 rounds, he would have. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I just think he died out the last 4 rounds, which all went to Morrell. And Morrell, like you said, closed the show. He did what he was supposed to do. And he got up. It took him a little second to recover in the seventh, but or
Hmm.
sixth round, I want to say. But
Yeah.
after that, he started putting together his little 1-2s, staying on the outside, keep him on the end of his jab.
Hmm.
And Katayev was tired, so he couldn't really rush in as well as he was in the first half of the fight. And that, you know, like he said, skill paid the bills. After the first six, it was basically over from that point.
Yeah.
But
I like how
Katayev
he
is
came to fight though. I like how he
no,
came to fight though. You
I
know,
want to see him again.
for sure.
I want to see him again. I don't
Definitely
know who
want to
he's
see him
gonna put
again.
up against, but I don't think he an easy shot for anybody. He's
Yeah.
strong, powerful, and he has feints. He has certain footwork. He's not. He has some footwork. He wasn't like a
Yeah.
overall just
He didn't
brawler.
look like he didn't. I ain't gonna lie. Like I didn't see the regular David Morrell footwork though. To be fair, like
Mm.
usually the footwork we see is way more elite. I don't know what it really was. Maybe he was just a little gassed. I don't know what
Maybe
it
he was
was.
overlooking him.
Yeah, overlooking them, and then he probably didn't recover
And you know
fully.
what? And he was playing in the ring. He was doing a whole bunch of, just
You know what I'm saying?
showboating, and he was talking to the crowd, and he listening to the crowd.
Probably
Bro,
not
pay attention.
focused.
Pay attention to what's going on in front of you. The dude is hitting you in your face and your body, eating you up the first few rounds. So,
Yeah,
but Morrell moved past this. I can't wait to see him again. Like I said, I want to see both guys again. That was
yeah,
a great fight.
for sure. At the end of the day, he got the job done. That's all that matters, right?
For
So
sure.
the next fight we had Alberto Puello versus Sabrina Matias. I picked Puello. I thought he was going to do enough. Like, so I don't know if you ever watched him against Russell, Gary Russell,
Yep. Yep.
John Gary Russell. I thought he was gonna kind of like in the beginning. I thought it was like a storm he had to weather. You know what I'm saying? Usually that's how it is with Matias. You got to weather the storm. You know, that's what
Hmm.
Liam Perrell had to do when he fought him in Puerto Rico. He weathered the storm. He was in shape and he closed
Yep.
well. So I thought it was going to be another one of those. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was going to be a similar situation as that fight, but Matias showed us why he was a world champion. And he's the boogeyman of 140. Not gonna lie, beautiful performance by Matias, in my opinion.
Yeah, Matias put on a real great show, and I think Puerto put on a great show himself. So I picked Matias before the fight. If I'm being honest, I did have Puello winning 7-5. I thought it was real close. I thought Matias
Well,
did
I
a
just
lot, but Puello was really countering really well, and I
he
felt like
was
Matias was pushing forward, but the guy coming forward doesn't always mean that he's winning the fight. We
yeah.
gotta stop. We gotta get out that habit.
But
He
it's just
was
about how you
countering.
judging it. You know, some judges they judge off damage. Some judges judge off the amount of times you just get touched. They don't even care if it's like not affecting them as long as they touching you. You know, it's just
Yeah, I'm
about how
I'm
you.
I'm one of them,
Yeah.
effective guys, effective aggression. Like I said, it was a close contested fight. I'm not mad at him. Matias win. I picked him to win. I thought he did put on a good performance, but I thought Puello did just enough to win the rounds, but I'm not mad at it.
Yeah, that was actually one of the good fights, press forward kind of fight, and that's
Another
kind of
back and
what I
forth fight,
expected.
yeah.
Yeah, I didn't I really thought it was a 50-50, but I just went for Puello because he knows how to weather storms and get through it. That's why I was like maybe he'll do that with Matias because he's another high class fighter as well. But definitely kind of figured it was gonna go like that. It was either gonna go this way or this way, and wind up going to Matias' favor. But it was a good fight
One
overall.
one thing about Puello, I feel like some rounds you gotta push push the button. Like
Yeah,
he takes some rounds off it, or he just lays off for some reason. Like,
not letting
bro,
his hands go every round.
get the round. Like it's a
Hmm.
close round, but you're just letting the dude get it because he's
Yeah.
has a more bigger output than you. If you go close the round, you won't be getting these split decisions, these wacky decisions. It's close. You feel me? I feel like
Hmm.
it was a few fights where if he pushed the gas a little more, he could have won a little more decisively, and this was another one. But he didn't get the belt. I mean, the win this time.
And use that jab a little bit more too. Like you know Matias is coming at you, so like just start even if it's not connecting, just throw it out there just to let him know like
Mm-hmm.
you keep coming here, I'm going to touch you.
Right.
It was like you say he was countering, like he was just waiting for his openings. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He would wait. He would get some counters. Don't get me wrong, but you could still jab and still get your counters off. That's what I feel
I
like.
agree.
I feel like he should have used the jab way more than he was using it. And he would have been
I
more
agree.
effective. But it was a good fight. It was a good fight. Now this was my favorite fight of the whole card right here: the co-main Shakur Stevenson versus William Sabita. This was a good fight. And Shakur really showed y'all like he's a dog too. He doesn't have to always run. First off, Shakur was just standing there. Usually, Shakur defense is jumping back or movements. Like he was just standing in place, making Williams pay to land nothing. You seen when he was in the corner? He, I'm like, oh my goodness. I'm like, this is shades of Floyd right here. And he hit the
Yeah.
little straight down the pipe like Floyd used to do. I was like, yo, Shakur is really a bull. Y'all better stop playing with bro. Now I will say though, he did get hit more than he usually does. But I think he just wanted to show y'all like I can get in the field of fire. Like if y'all want me to get in the fire, I'll get in the fire. I don't have to because I'm that good, but y'all talking all this shit. Let me show y'all that I can stand in this one spot and get my shit off. You feel me? And that's exactly what he did all night. I feel like Williams and Peter definitely came to fight though. I liked how he was pressuring the whole time, never gave up on his style. I like the jabs to the body he was doing, trying to win Shakur out. Sometimes it would connect, but it wouldn't fully connect. But I like how he would stay. He would go down. He would go down. He would go up. He would go down. He would go down. He would go up. He was just mixing it up, and he brought up the dog side of Shakur. So I think it's a win-win for both guys, in my opinion. After a fight like that, y'all both are winners, if you ask me.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I'll start with Zepeda first. We all knew Zepeda was a good fighter. You don't just beat a good fighter in Tevin Farmer twice, no matter how close you think the fights were. That's a really good fighter. I think William Zepeda also showed that he's a top five lightweight. I don't
Sure.
know who in the lightweight, like besides like okay, Keyshawn just moved up. We know Shakur just beat him. I think his style could give a Tank a problem. He's
Yeah.
never gonna stop coming. And he has a granite chin. We know Tank loves to give up early rounds. I'm not saying he could beat Tank, but I think that would be an interesting fight. Um, lightweight. I mean, Frank Martin. Come on. Uh,
Not
Abdullah
too.
Mason. Like now, you talking about the young cats. Like I feel like Williams Zepeda is a top five lightweight. I feel like, and he showed that. Like you said, he
Yeah.
never stopped coming forward, and he has a great chin.
Oh well, I think him. So you know who Raymond is, right? The he's a
Raymond
WB.
Motorella.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think him and Williams, that'd be a good fight. Like
that'd be a
maybe
good fight.
him.
I think William will win that.
Yeah, Sam Noakes. He's about to fight Abdullah Mason for the
Yeah,
vacant lightweight title.
that's why I think
Andy
William.
Cruz. I mean, I don't. I got to see a little bit more of Andy though.
I
Not gonna lie.
I I think William beats all those dudes not named Tank or Shakur. You know what I'm saying? I think William is that good. He showed his skill, and I just think he's a bad matchup for a lot of guys, like that strong Mexican who keeps pushing forward. I think he put up a really great performance. Like the dude threw over 700, 800 punches. You know what I'm saying? He came to fight. He was definitely on his Tom shit. You know, he did his part.
Yeah,
He threw everything he had. He just
it
went
was a.
against.
I gave Williams some rounds. I gave him a
I
couple rounds.
I got we could debate the score, but
Yeah, I gave him some rounds.
I definitely think the first five, six, 5 rounds was like definitely close, but after round five, I
The
think
end, yeah, yeah,
definitely
yeah, yeah.
Shakur took
But I'm
over.
saying though, usually people don't get no rounds on Shakur
But this is what I gotta
or
say
even
about that.
contested. You know what I'm saying?
Yep,
So
yep. This is what I gotta say. So I feel like Shakur. I think now it's time to start talking about him in that rare era of defensive fighters. I think some of the best defensive fighters of all time. I'm talking about the Floyd, the Purnells, the Muhammad Ali's. Like Shakur
yeah,
has that type of talent, and he's that talented at boxing. As we all know, Shakur is my favorite fighter, so I don't want to sound like, oh, I'm just riding him, pause and this, that, and the third. But I do think that Shakur, like you said, showed signs of Mayweather, and I feel like he himself showed that. I don't know how you're gonna beat him. I think the style to beat Shakur is to outbox him. I don't think it's those,
and that's
the
even
other.
kind of hard to do.
That's gonna be hard because, and like we know, Floyd, for the most part, most of his wins were fairly easy. It's the same with Shakur. Shakur barely loses rounds. I gave William 2 rounds, but it was a lot of rounds that was
Very
kind of
close. Like
close.
you could, it was like yeah, for sure.
But the reason they were close is simply because dude was throwing 100 punches around. Like Shakur, every round was hitting the more meaningful punches, and he was Shakur hit 50% of his power punches. Like we don't see the type of efficiency from other fighters that Shakur has. That's another thing about Shakur. Everything is crisp, sharp, and if he didn't have hand problems, like I don't know if he hitting them with this part, he can't really hit him with the knuckle. When he's throwing the hook, it's kind of coming from the it's not coming
Yeah, it would be like
inside
it
the
would be
neck.
super wide instead of just
If
and
his
just tight.
hands
Yeah.
weren't brittle,
Hmm.
then I'm not saying William would have got knocked out, but he would have hurt William, and he would have hurt a lot of other people before
I
that.
think his hands was one of his hands was hurt though because they asked him and he was like it doesn't matter. I said, well, you would have just said yes
No,
or no.
it
Yeah.
doesn't matter because he's one of them
I'm
dudes
just
where
saying though, like the fight's over. You can be like, yeah, I hurt my hand, but I pushed through. He straight said, it doesn't
his
matter.
his
I still
hand
got
is gonna be. I think his hand is gonna give him problems the rest of the career. But like we seen yesterday, he may not get the stoppage, but he's still gonna get wins. I don't think there's any denying that. So like I said, I think he's one of the greatest defenders. Like I said, I think it was 10-2. Um, Shakur just put on a dominant performance. He showed like he's a pound for pound fighter. When I had him 7, people was calling me crazy. He's close to 6'5". Like you know what I'm saying? No dudes only above Shakur, in my opinion, are dudes over 35. You know what I'm saying? Who's been at it? Like 34, 35. Who's made hella money. The Canelos, the Bivos, the Terrences. NOAs like those dudes are
only
in their
person really
30s.
probably around him is Dev.
Yes, and yes, you know what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
I think this is a great showing for Shakur. I think, and by the way, you said that he stood right in front of him. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't see not too much difference between Shakur and what he usually does. I think the only thing is he wasn't jumping back, but he
That's what
always
I
stands
say.
in the
Like
pocket.
usually his defense, he
He
backs
always
up.
stands in the pocket in every
Yeah.
fight. I don't know, we watched the Shakur fights, but all his great fights, he stands in a pocket with someone. He makes you miss by, he has great head movement. He's blocking your shots. It's not that he's literally running around. I know people. I think it's people other than Shakur who move more. Honestly, Shakur always stays right in front of his person, and that's why he's always in the right position to counter. He's always in the right position to stick you to the body. One of his favorite shots, and that's why he always makes things easy. Like, I don't know, man. Shakur
I
is different.
think back to what you were saying though, as far as beating Shakur, right? I would say outbox, but I feel like it's another way. Like I feel like with Williams appeared, he had calculated pressure. Like I feel like it was calculated, but I feel like it has to be like one of them Jones like Floyd versus Madonna one. Like you gotta rough it up. You got pause. You gotta rough him up, make him super, super, super uncomfortable, which we know is gonna be hard to do. But you just gonna have to hop in that bag. And I feel like William, he had good pressure, but it was just too calculated pressure. Like he would wait sometimes and do hit his combo.
I
And as
think
he's saying this, he would get caught. I think it gotta be like you gotta rough him up. You gotta make it like a long night. And even if
see.
that's gonna be kind of hard.
I think Floyd knew. I mean, I think shout out my Donna. I think he was a great fighter in himself. I think Floyd stayed on the ropes way too much in the first fight. In the second fight, he made the adjustment, stay off the rope as much, just keep it in the center of the ring. That's really how you do it. That's how Shakur won. Like he switched up the style of Tad after like round 7. He was like, all right, let me show y'all this dude really can't fuck with me at all. But the
Yeah, for
first
sure.
6 rounds were epic. But if Shakur fought like that the last 6 rounds, the whole fight, it would have been way easier, and he wouldn't have took as
Probably
much
have been a
punishment. But
shutout.
like we said, this was perfect for Shakur. It put his name on another scale. People somehow are gaining more respect for him that I always have for him. But I'm glad that his name is getting out there. And now he's gonna get bigger paydays, bigger fights. Like this is great for Shakur. I think this is exactly what he needed.
I think he's the number one lightweight right now. Sure. I think he's the number one lightweight.
That's what I've been saying for years too, y'all. By the way,
Yeah.
you feel me?
Yeah, I think
But
this was like just the final nail though, like that we needed. This was for all the casuals at least. This was the final nail. But yeah, on to the main event. This was a shocking kind of fight for me.
was
Berlanga
it?
versus Shiraz. I'm not gonna lie. I had this 50-50. I had this 50-50, but I leaned toward Berlanga because Shiraz is coming up in weight. Um, Not gonna lie, Shiraz looked bigger than Berlanga in there.
I'm
I
not
was
gonna
like,
lie, bro. Shiraz is big as hell.
bro,
He's
I was
six
like,
three.
how are you
How are
making
you making
154?
154? Bro, Tommy Hearns look good, look huge. Bro, this dude is bigger than Tommy Hearns.
Bro, I was like, I'm like,
He's
Berlanga,
bigger
you
than
supposed to be
Tommy
comfortable at
Hearns,
this
bro.
weight. Like, what the?
Bro, that dude
I'm
could
like,
fight
this
up
is
to light
crazy.
heavy if he wanted to. 100%.
But yeah, his size was a key factor here. Berlanga was hesitating too much. I did a little dissecting and I was watching. I was like, yo, what caused him? So, like, first off, he has his reach, he has the height. So, as a smaller fighter or the shorter fighter, you have to get inside. Like, and that's you can't stay on the outside with someone that has longer reach than you, someone that doesn't want to get on the inside with you, someone that feels comfortable just sitting on the outside all night.
Hmm.
Yeah, I just feel like when he would get close to, he wouldn't let no shots go but a jab, like a strong jab. I'm like, okay, the jab is cool, but when you get inside, you gotta let some combos. You gotta let some of these. You gotta let your hands go. And it's like it's cool. The jab is the most important punch, but it's not the only punch. You know what I'm saying?
Not
Like
the only
you
thing.
gotta work. You gotta work your punches, bro. You can't get on the inside and pause. You know what I'm saying? That's not gonna
Yeah.
do nothing. You're not gonna want to fight just throwing nothing but jabs. You have to also mix it up. You have to throw a little bit of combos in there. And I feel like when he would get inside, he would hesitate, and that was the downfall of him getting stopped. As you peep, he had got caught when he was hesitating, when he stopped, when he was just sitting there. He said, "Ooh, ooh, ooh," and his hands went up, and he fell, but he recovered. I was like, okay, he's gonna
No, he
fight this
didn't
through.
recover. but
But
he
I'm
made it
saying
to the
like
next
as far as
round.
getting up, I'm like
He
he's gonna
made it
keep
to the next
fighting. I
round.
didn't.
Yeah,
I thought he was gonna quit, but I'm like, okay, he's gonna keep fighting. Okay, he got some pride. You know what I'm saying? And then
yeah. He was
it
still
just he
hurt the
just
next
never was the
round.
same after that droppage. Like he just
He
was,
was hurt. He was
yeah, like
hurt
he
the
just
whole
was
time.
never the same. And it's like I don't like all the popping it for you for this to happen. Like this without that was a hurt piece. Listen, let me put it into perspective for y'all. Right, this your city. You been walking around telling niggas, yo, this is your city. Talking about word to my mother, you gonna need a train to knock me out. Well, he stopped you with his fist.
Before the
And
six.
Shiraz was on a humbug tip. The whole you feel me? He all right, bro. He said after I beat you, I'm gonna have the Puerto Ricans back in me. I'm like, oh, he's too calm right now. You feel me? He get up in there and
Uh,
stop that boy. This was Shiraz's perfect moment though, to me. To come in here, come to the US for his first fight in the US, stop a big name headliner in his city. Oh, this is a doorway to fight Canelo. You want to fight Canelo? This was the perfect opportunity for you. So, very impressive stoppage win for Shiraz to me. I had Shiraz win every round.
yeah.
I had him win every round. Yeah.
Yeah, Berlinga, I think he's gonna be one of them dudes known for his antics more than his hands. You know what I'm saying? Like he's a B minus kind of talent, C plus kind of talent. He has solid pop, but at the end of the day, his skills aren't sharp enough. I don't know what the game plan was. It was a terrible game plan. Obviously, it was a bad performance, but the game plan was bad in itself. Like you was
Exactly.
mentioning, like you got to at least give your shot. You got to give yourself a chance, like a puncher's chance. Like you
Yeah.
got them first round knockouts for a reason. Like throw some hooks, throw some uppercuts,
Had some
like
pressure him. Like
do
he's the taller
something
fighter.
different.
He's the taller fighter. Why are we sitting on the outside trying to box?
Very unintelligent fight by him, and ended, kind of sad as well. Like he got dropped multiple times. And like you said, he looks dumber and crazier because of the antics. Like, all the stuff with Oscar and calling Shiraz all
Throwing
these.
money in the air. All this for what?
Now you doing all this. Now you're gonna be, excuse me. Now you're gonna be a meme. You know what I'm saying? Like now you, excuse me. Now you spent.
After every time he get dropped.
Yeah, like what you
This
think you
not
getting
gonna
fired?
help. Take your
That
time
don't
when you get
help.
up. When you get hurt, just because you're in front of your peoples, bro, you don't gotta let's rumble. No, bro, gather yourself, bro. Take your 8 count, bro. Take some deep breaths, bro. Stay on the outside, survive around. That's just smart boxing. Put your pride to
But
the side.
yeah, man. Shout out Shiraz though. He definitely just put himself on the map for the casuals.
Man,
I don't want to see him against Canelo. Like I'm pretty sure it's gonna happen. After Canelo lose in September. But I think that this dude needs to try to make some other fights in the same weight class. Like I think he should try to make his name outside of the I fought Canelo people. The last few fights for Canelo, are some guys who are okay, solid, but you know what I'm saying? They won't be remembered. I don't want him to fall in that same kind
I,
of
I think he should
class.
fight Diego Pacheco.
Oh my
Two
goodness. Now
two two
that's
lengthy fighters,
yo,
two lengthy
that would be
fighters.
crazy. That would
That's
be
that's a
crazy.
great job. And
Diego
I
is one of
say
my
winner of
favorite
that
fighters.
fights Canelo because Diego, he's number 2 in the IBF right now.
Diego is one of
Diego's
my
ranked
favorite
top
fighters
5, I think, in
today.
the WBA. So, if we want to do that, I say we do that. Title eliminator, winner fights Canelo.
That would be I wouldn't be mad at that.
Interesting, right? That'd be
That'll
interesting.
be
Like,
perfect. That'll be
you know
perfect.
what
That'll
I'm saying?
shake up a lot of lists. That'll shake up a lot of rooms. Shiraz at 6'3", man, long reach. That's gonna be a problem for all 168 guys, 160
Yeah.
guys. I think he can even move up to 170 by some time in his career. Probably when he's in his 30s, he'll be a light heavyweight. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, man, I'm glad he put on a great performance. Put his name on the map, and I can't wait to see him again.
Yeah, this was definitely, to me, just in my opinion, this was the best ring card so far. I'm gonna just say so
Mhm.
far. I don't know about the future one because we got Devin Haney versus Brian Norman, Edgar Berlanga versus Anthony Yard. Who else was on that card?
That was David Benavidez versus Anthony
David
Yard.
Benavidez, bro. That card is gonna be crazy. So we don't know yet. We don't know yet. We can't say that, but I will say to this date, to me, this is the best ring card. If y'all think so, let me know in the comments. I that's just how I feel. I just think this is the best
Okay.
card, so far.
Okay. I feel
Um,
you.
but yeah, guys, thanks for tapping in for our little breakdown on Ring 3. Stay tuned, guys. We gonna drop some more videos this week. Turn them post notifications on. Also hit the description. We have all of our platforms on there: X, TikTok, Instagram, you name it. We have it in the bio. Anything you gotta say, bro?
No, sir, man. You covered it all up, man. Make sure y'all subscribe and keep on tuning in, man. We're going to keep pushing out these videos for you.
All right, y'all.
Yes, sir. We out.